you're a Christian man who keeps getting rejected, getting weird mixed signals, or getting told let's just be friends from women you're actually attracted to, be sure to watch through to the very end of this video. By the end of the video, you can have the exact words to say and a way to walk away with your confidence higher instead of shattered after rejection.
And brothers, we're talking to the guy who loves Jesus, crushing it at work, but just feels way behind in dating and marriage. God hasn't forgotten about your situation, and you're not less of a man. You just have never been taught how to handle this stuff in a godly and a clear way.
The first thing to keep in mind, rejection does not determine your worth. Rejection is information. In business, when someone says no to a deal, we don't say I'm worthless. It just means the deal wasn't a good fit. Don't take rejection personal. It's the same in dating. They're not saying you're worthless. It's just not a good fit. If you can separate you from the rejection, then you can actually learn through the rejection without having your confidence shattered.
Let me translate mixed signals and let's just be friends from women language to something that you can actually work with. If a woman is really interested in you, you won't be confused for long. She might be waiting on you to take the first step, but you can definitely see from how she acts, there's consistency in it. She shows up. She responds, she moves towards you, she makes time for you. You can tell. When you feel constant confusion, the constant hot and cold, the I don't know, that is a signal. It's telling you, hey, I like the attention, but I'm not really into you.
And let's just be friends. When you clearly pursued her, that's a soft no. And they're not evil, they're not wicked. They're just trying in a nice way to tell you no. The worst thing you can do is lie to yourself and pretend it's a maybe. That's how grown men waste years in the friend zone, hoping for a relationship that was nothing to begin with. Alright, let's get practical. We're gonna give you guys 3 responses that are gonna cover most rejections that you'll face in dating. First is for when she clearly rejects you. You can say something like this, thanks for being honest. I appreciate you not wasting my time, and I'm gonna continue my journey on finding who God has for me, and I wish you the best of luck on yours. Something super simple, not butthurt. Acknowledge it and move on. 2, when she's giving you mixed signals, you can say, hey, I'm a little unsure of where we stand lately. I'm interested in getting to know you romantically, not just as friends. If that's not where you're at, no pressure. I don't want to force things. Now she can choose. 3, when she says, let's just be friends. Here's the line you can literally steal. Thank you for being friendly, but I'm not looking for a female friend. I'm looking for a wife. Have a wonderful day and look forward to seeing you around. Deliver it calmly, don't be bitter. That shows her that you're a man who's intentional and you're not gonna fall for this friend zone limbo, and it's gonna help her to respect you a lot more because you're clear about what you actually want. Here's how to walk away stronger. After you've said that, don't hover over her social media. You need to move on with your life. Last thing you wanna do is train your brain to be attached to someone who's already said no. Instead, ask 2 final questions. What did I do well here? Maybe you finally shot your shot. That's a win. 2, what can I refine? Maybe you were too vague. Maybe you avoided some red flags. Maybe you waited too long. And the important thing to remember is you take the lesson, not the shame. Brothers, rejection, mixed signals, and let's just be friends, they're not proof that you're doomed. They're information. They're reps. They're data. Handled well, it makes you a clearer, stronger, more attractive man. And if you men are thriving at work, but feeling way left out in dating, you don't have to do it alone. My wife and I created the Godly Wife Blueprint Mentorship Program. It's a 6-month process where we guide you from healing to lining your standards up biblically and even transforming you to the husband that God called you to be. If you're looking for help, book call in the description. We're doing free calls for your first call.
And you don't have to go through this alone.
So brothers, thanks so much for making it to the very end. Be sure to subscribe, stay blessed, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.